experiencing so much magic this beautiful summer. The first being getting to stay at this magical little shed in the forest next to a cold creek. I met a beautiful angel of a woman who invited me to stay for a couple nights. Her land was filled with wildflowers, and the shed was located right next to a gorgeous cold creek. I started the morning with my ritual, per usual, of a healthy dose of cacao. My friends joke that I am mostly made out of cacao, that literally the blood in my veins is cacao, which I wouldn't doubt, especially because I know my ancestors drank this sacred medicine. I allowed myself to listen to the sounds of the water at night, cleansing and purifying my dream space. And I also challenged myself this summer to get in as many cold bodies of water as possible. Cold plunges are so invigorating to the soul and really cleanse you at a deep physical and energetic level. So I allowed myself to find pleasure and renewal from this ritual whenever I got a chance to immerse myself in some deliciously cold water. Good morning, my love, from my humble glamping abode. This is one of my favorite little zones because I have this thrifted mirror. And right now I am going to do a couple of self-care activities, one of which is brushing out my long mane. It gets tangled quite easily, and so I usually brush it at least twice a week. Now that it's getting longer, I have super fine yet thick hair, so I gotta take care of it, and sometimes brushing can take a long time, but I just remember that it is a gift to have such long, beautiful mermaid locks, and that I want to keep taking care of it and allowing it to grow as long as it can. All right, so it's that time of morning and I am ready for a little movement. Every day I switch it up. Today I'm feeling like spinning my fire staff, so I have that with me, and we got to go through the woods to find a nice flat space. There is a meadow nearby, and I can practice some moves. I am preparing for a festival that I'm performing at in about a month, and yeah, I just want to go over basic movements, try some intermediate moves I haven't tried in a while, and just explore and get into flow state and have fun. It's so nice to switch it up. This is not something I do every day, but when the inspiration strikes, as it is today, I love dropping into flow state. All right, so we're here in the meadow. Let me show you. Yeah, I think this will be the perfect spot. Nice flat ground. So one of the first things that I do before I start training any of my movement crafts is a warm-up. So with the staff, which is a fire spinning staff, I like doing a lot of vertical stretches, just finding ways to stretch with the staff and getting in touch with the prop. I feel like it's really important to get your body moving in the same sort of directions that the prop is orientated towards. So you can see that I'm doing some lunges and some twists, really warming up my body and getting ready for my training session ahead. The next thing that I like to do are very simple movements just to get my hands warmed up, my wrists turning, and getting very symmetrical with my staff as much as possible. So basically just practicing all of the simple movements of spinning, of passing the staff to each hand, and incorporating a little bit of footwork to start finding more flow in my body and in the movements that I'm doing. Next, I start incorporating either faster movements or more complicated movements, kind of exploring the full range of my shoulders and my arms as I spin the staff, and start remembering that it's fun to do this and that I will be performing this. So that's why you see me do a big smile here, because I'm reminding myself that I will be in front of a big audience. I then transition to moves that I consider a little bit more challenging or that require a little bit more focus and balance. So here I am really twirling the staff underneath my leg. And this trick I haven't performed on fire yet before, but I'm really looking forward to finally doing it. And I sometimes stumble out of it, but that's totally okay. It's all part of the process. And honestly, with a skill like this, you have to do these movements a bajillion times before they are good enough to be performed. Well, that's about it for this training session for the day. I hope you enjoyed my little flow and hearing a little bit about my process. There were so many beautiful opportunities this summer to take myself out on solo dates in nature. I really do love hiking and exploring new places. This was a beautiful place that I returned to again and again. A pond with so many birds and wildlife next to the Arkansas River in Colorado. I found this deer munching away with her little legs in the water, and all these wonderful geese that were just doing their thing. I also love observing all of the flowers blooming and the insects just filled with so much vibrancy and light. I really did cook simply this summer, only had one little stove to cook with. So I kept my meals very simple and indulged in things like strawberries. They are so deliciously sweet in the summer. It feels so good to adorn my meals with beautiful fruits and fresh veggies and just enjoy the process of making my meals simple and beautiful. For this oatmeal, I had added pumpkin seeds, goji berries, and walnuts. And it literally is one of my favorite things to decorate my bowl, even if I'm just cooking for myself. I love finding a good spot where I can look into the distance, into the trees, into the meadow, and to the sky above as I bless my food with a little prayer and ask for all of the yummy nourishment, all of the nutrients to flow into my body in a good way. It's such a gift to be able to enjoy a nice meal outside, and camping for literally 2 months straight has really taught me how to enjoy simple, yummy meals.
Hey, little squirrel, what are you doing? Hey! What are you doing, little one?
I took myself on a final hiking date through this magical place called Witch's Canyon, where I found the most aromatic trees that smelled like butterscotch. This is a ponderosa pine, and whenever I got the moment to deeply smell it, I would allow myself to sink into its yummy, delightful scent. Hiking is so fun and invigorating. Exploring new little nooks and crannies is so nourishing for my mind, body, and soul. From here, I will bid you farewell until the next time, my love, sending you so many blessings.